So I'll tell you guys what I told the team. Certainly proud of their effort and the way we battled. We can talk all we want about the last play, but the bottom line is if we show up ready to play today, it never comes down to that. So it's my job to get our team ready to play every single week, and it was very evident today that we did not come ready to play. I mean, we were down 28-7 at the end of the first quarter. Certainly all credit to Coach Satterfield and Louisville. Those guys showed up ready to play, and we didn't. And by the time we woke up in the second quarter, we dug ourselves into a 21-point hole, and we battled back. But we went into this game saying that, the three things that we couldn't do is we could not turn the football over, okay? We could not let the ball over our heads, and we could not allow explosive plays. And we didn't accomplish any of those things. We turned it over 3 times. We had other fumbles that we easily could have lost the football. We gave up, I can't tell you how many explosive plays in the air, on the ground. Every time they needed a play, they got it. We really had a hard time getting off the field today. But again, credit to Louisville and Coach Satterfield. He had those guys ready to play, and they got after us, 62 points. And, I'm disappointed, but, hopefully if we learn some things from this, we'll be a better team moving forward.
Dave, what do you attribute the breakdown of the special teams today on the kickoff return?
We didn't, on the kickoff return, we didn't tackle. The first one, we had a guy right there unblocked, and he misses a tackle. And, I don't know if we had 9 other guys thinking he was going to make the tackle, but it looks like we got bottled in there and stopped pursuing, and then that thing went out, and we couldn't get it on the ground. And then the one in the second half, you come out of the half and you're down 10, and you talk about covering the kick, and it just, it's bad. Our special teams were atrocious tonight. Our kick, we got to the point we just had the sky kick it. We didn't even trust ourselves to cover it. So you're just handing them the ball at the 32-yard line, 35-yard line, and even that we didn't do right. We had a kid that had, got in his motion, went behind the 30, and they gave him 5 more yards. And all year I think we've been a focused, disciplined football team, and tonight we were not. Our focus to come into the game was awful. I don't know how many penalties we have, but I feel like we had, just way too many. How many false starts do we have? Those aren't things that we can do at Wake Forest, and that's my job. We had 2 weeks to get ready for this game, 2 weeks to prepare for it. We knew they were good. We knew they were improved. We knew they were explosive, and we just showed up and laid a dud in the first quarter. And if we don't fall behind 28-7, then it never comes down to an onside kick recovery down 3.
What was the plan defensively, and how are they breaking free so often?
The plan defensively was these guys are a lot like Boston College. They're not under center, but it's 2 backs, it's 2 tight ends. They motion Atwell back and get into 3-back sets. And you've got to commit safeties to the run. And, the deal with our corners is the ball can't get over your head. The ball cannot get over your head. We had to keep things in front of us. We had to commit people to the run. And, it just seemed like, I don't know how many plays got over our head, but, even another one, they got over our head, and there was a holding call that bailed us out on it. But it certainly doesn't feel like we played well in the secondary. And, that's a problem.
Obviously meaningful snaps. Meant that Sam Hartman came in the game. What did you think about what he was able to do?
I thought he played great. To not step into a game until the 6th game of the year in a situation like that, and I thought he played great. The ball went where it should. He didn't take sacks. He was accurate. He put the ball in the money. He gave us a chance to win that football game. So we ended up throwing the ball for, well over, 400 yards, and Sam was a big part of that in about a quarter of play.
How frustrating is it to go through the changes that you did and the research that you did for the off-week stuff and then come out the way you did?
Really frustrating. Really frustrating. And we talked about it as a team that we haven't played well at the bye weeks. We're changing the bye schedule. We're getting more of a workload, and we just talked about being ready to play at 7:30, being at 7:30, kickoff, be into the game, be ready to play, be ready to go, no lull. And we didn't show up till about 8:15. And that's my fault. My job is to get the team ready to play, and we certainly did not come ready to play. We were flat, we weren't focused, we were not taking care of the football. I mean, their first 28 points is a short field on a fumble, a kickoff return, and the ball on the, 4-yard line after a punt return. That's 21 points. I looked up, they had 28 points, and they had no yards. So, it was, a 28-yard drive, a 100-yard kickoff return, and then they had a 13-yard drive or 4 yards or whatever it was. So, I mean, you're not going to turn the ball over 3 times, and then we turned it over in the red zone. I mean, it'd been nice to get points before the half. And I just think everything that we've done well all year in terms of being disciplined and not turning it over and, following the plan, I don't know. Maybe we think we arrived, but if we ever don't show up and we're not focused, we won't win games.
What needs to happen in the next day, 2, 3 days?
Well, we're a good football team, and one game doesn't change that. I'm disappointed. I know our locker room's disappointed. I'm sure our fan base is disappointed, but it's one game. If we learn from it, and grow from it and really focus in, what you do is you give yourself a chance to win the next week. That's all you can do.
Realizing that it did not come down to that final play, what did your players tell you about the onside kick?
Again, I have no explanation. I mean, Christian Beal came out of that pile with the football, and the replay showed he had the football. So again, it shouldn't have come down to that. The fact that it did, I still don't have an explanation of how that wasn't our football. I mean, Christian Beal came out of the pile with the ball, and I thought the replay, it appeared to me that he had the football. I have no explanation. Do you? No, I've never seen that. I mean, usually in those scrums, whoever comes out with the ball, it's their ball. He came out of the pile with the ball, and if you look at the replay, it looked like it would make sense he came out of the pile with the ball. So I have no answer. But again, it should have never come down to that.
Talking about Christian, he did a lot of things, even in particularly bad moments, but offensively tonight, 123 yards, 14 carries, his development, to see him come into his own, looking for some positives here.
Yeah, Christian wasn't happy with how much he played at BC, and we told him that if you're not going to protect, you're not going to play. And so this week I thought he did a much better job in protection. He took that personally, and because we felt more comfortable with him protecting, we got him in there more, and he was certainly very productive with the football.
Okay. Anything else? Okay.
All right, thank you.